Hello everyone, Tony here. We're going to go ahead and do a quick little mini review, not necessarily a review on a product, but a review on an installation of a product based on the instructions and what we find through videos and stuff, and did that really translate over, and is it really as easy as that? So we're going to be looking at the AltRider crash bars that I just installed, and I did first check out a bunch of videos about it and decided, yes, this is what I wanted, this is what I'm going to use, and then how to install it. So I was pretty prepped once it came. I did have some anxiety in the fact that I was like, oh, is this going to be really hard? I got to undo the muffler and the headers, and it was a lot of anxiety. So I'm going to kind of just go over how that experience was on this bike and see how that went. So we have here a 2019 Africa Twin, and it is the DCT version, and you can see the installation of the AltRider bars. They're pretty straightforward. I like them. They're for my purpose. They're heavy duty enough for what I'm doing. So as far as the review on the install, we had a couple things that we wanted to talk about. The first one was the instructions weren't really that good, in my opinion. If hadn't watched some videos on this, I would have been kind of like, what do I do here, what do I do there? Because a lot of the stuff didn't really relate to my bike, and it wasn't really something that it was easy to understand. Being I had watched the video, I didn't even use the instructions. I just knew how to put it together. So I'm going to rate the instructions as okay, but there was still a lot to be, to figure out if you were to just buy these and just use the instructions and try and do it from there. So that was one issue I find, but otherwise the installation was dead on. Took me 3 hours to install this complete system, and it went on very easy. Everything's really top-notch, the way it's bolted in and attached and so on. So I can't really complain about anything there, short of the instructions weren't as detailed as I would have expected, and if I hadn't watched the video, I think it would have been an issue, that it would have been taken longer, and I would have kind of like, well, what do I do here? Because there was some parts that were shown that weren't the parts that I had, and some of the installation were not relevant to my bike and to the installation I had. So that was a little, it is what it is, but otherwise the installation went pretty straightforward. Like I said, it took me 3 hours, and I had planned the whole weekend. So I was surprised on how quickly I was able to go ahead and get this installed and ready to test it and make sure everything's good. So we'll be doing that this weekend. But yeah, the AltRider crash bars install, I'm going to say, is pretty basic and pretty straightforward and pretty easy to do if you have basic skills as far as, with tools and mechanics and stuff like that. But the instructions, again, fell a little short. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up and give it I'm going to say a 3 out of 4 thumbs up as far as the instructions go. As far as ease of installation, I'm going to say that's a 4 out of 4 or 5 out of 5. The installation was surprisingly easy. So that's the only thing. I was kind of disappointed in the lack of the instructions, and like I said, I went ahead and I watched all the videos, so I just breezed right through it, and I would recommend that you all watch the videos too. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we'll be back with some more. I'm gonna go hit the road.